Hello, my name is Madeline Lorano, Research Director of Aberdeen's Human Capital Management Practice. Aberdeen Group, in partnership with Factor Y, recently conducted a study of nearly 300 organizations to understand current trends in human capital management, including 34 organizations from South Africa. I'm here today to share with you the key findings from that study, including a look at how South African organizations are combating the unique talent pressures that they face. If we have learned anything from all of our human capital management research, it's that without a doubt, strong businesses require strong talent. The two are so closely aligned that without the talent to execute, even the most brilliant business strategies will ultimately fail. Aberdeen's 2012 Human Capital Management Trends Study found that best-in-class organizations, those with the highest levels of employee engagement, the strongest succession plans, and the greatest levels of hiring manager satisfaction, did indeed achieve significant business outcomes. These best-in-class organizations saw year-over-year improvement in customer satisfaction, customer retention, and ultimately organizational revenue. Despite these gains, however, the reality is HR still has some work to do when becoming a strategic partner with the business. Over half of all survey respondents indicated that HR spends too much time on tactical activities, preventing them from being a true strategic partner to the business. And this need is even more acute among South African organizations. Our research indicates that without the time to dedicate to strategic activities, measuring the impact of those activities, and communicating them to the business, it becomes extremely difficult to gain organizational buy-in. Some South African organizations are also struggling to bring together disparate business units and promote visibility into talent and talent needs across the organization. One of the clear trends this research uncovered was that South African organizations, even more so than their counterparts across the globe, face critical skill shortages that they must overcome in order to support their growth initiatives. These organizations will succeed by identifying the gaps between the available workforce and the requirements of the business strategy, and come up with new ways to source and attract talent that will help them achieve their business goals. Over half of the surveyed South African organizations cited the scarcity of key skills as their top pressure, followed closely by enabling growth in an uncertain economic environment. But given the previously mentioned need to free up resources to focus on this critical goal, organizations must also look to not only better process, but new technology to help them free up the resources required to focus on this critical issue of scarcity. As HR and talent organizations struggle to ensure their strategic alignment with the business, technology is helping them reduce the tactical and administrative burden on HR resources, allowing them to focus on higher value-added activities. Using technologies at all phases of the talent lifecycle, from acquisition to development to workforce management, is a critical strategy for success. Organizations are looking to technology to help them manage candidate relationships, source candidates, and help them maintain a brand presence in the marketplace. Employment branding can play a huge role in helping organizations find the talent that they need. Brands are designed to give you a visceral feeling about a particular company or product, and you as an employer have a brand as well, whether it's one you consciously developed or one that's evolved over time. With the transparency that social media and social networking provide today, everyone can find information about what it's like to be an employee within your organization. Building an employment brand that not only attracts great talent, but also filters out those who might not be a great cultural fit is an important endeavor. It requires developing a deep understanding of what drives success of your organization, as well as the cultural attributes that support success, and communicating a brand that brings in candidates to fit that profile. Best-in-class organizations in Aberdeen's talent acquisition study were twice as likely as laggards to have an employment branding initiative in place. For organizations operating in South Africa, and indeed across the globe, it's important to think about these critical findings when working to match your talent efforts to your business goals. Talent leaders need to develop a deep understanding of organizational purpose and culture to guide talent acquisition and all human capital management practices, and develop the right communication strategies, both internally and externally, to help them connect with the best fit candidates in the market. Organizations need to take advantage of technology to relieve administrative burden, and talent leaders need to measure and communicate their success in ways that are meaningful to the business. We hope you found this research informative and encourage you to visit aberdeen.com for further information.